Welcome back to part 2 of our Dirty Vegas rental series, where we are working to restore these battered and worn floors into the foundation of a cozy home. In part 1, we focused on getting these floors ready for a true deep clean by doing all the necessary repairs and stretching that these carpets desperately needed. Now it's time to jump right into the cleaning. We started with our classic vacuum, and to our surprise, we had issues right off the bat. The tenants at this property left nails, pins, screws, and thumbtacks all over the floors, and they kept getting caught in our vacuum. I did my best to pick up as much sharp debris by hand, but it was a losing battle, and we realized we had to change our approach. Jose used our suction wand to gather as much loose debris as he could, and we opted to start the shampooing process immediately so that these floors could start soaking in our heavy-duty cleaner that would help loosen and brighten up all the stains and high-traffic area marks on the carpets. You can tell right away what a huge difference the heavy scrubber made on these floors. Years of dirty shoes, spilled drinks, and maybe even pet stains start to disappear in front of your eyes. This is just the first step in the cleaning process, and we take our time to make sure all the areas are scrubbed at least twice before moving on. If you haven't noticed yet, this video is sped up significantly. In all, the process of scrubbing, vacuuming, and pre-treating these floors took us hours. The more we scrubbed, the more we found in these carpet fibers. Nails and pins were the least of our concerns. There was also plenty of hard wax and paint stains that we tried to treat, but most of them seemed glued to the floor after years of neglect. For a job like this, I couldn't be more grateful to be with our tech Jose, who is one of the best carpet technicians in Las Vegas. Period. His years of experience made the whole process seem so easy, though I am quite aware of how long it takes to learn skills like this. He showed me all the tips and tricks for beating through deep-set grime, removing hard wax spots, and pre-treating specific color stains to ensure that the color came up and didn't run. I would love to show you all the kind of handiwork that Jose brings to his jobs, but that is his specialty work for him to share if he chooses to. Just know that when we say we have pros, we mean it. After we finally wrapped up with the scrubbing upstairs, we moved on to the stairwell, which is a challenge to scrub without the right equipment. These stairs are in rough shape, so a high-temperature pre-spray treatment is needed. Jose whipped out his hand-scrubbing tool and cut through the years of soil and dirt that was sitting on these floors. Every tech has their own technique for stairs, and it was interesting to see how Damaso and Jose each have a different approach when it comes to cleaning stairwells. Regardless, the same process is clearly necessary no matter what tools you use. Without a good pre-spray, you risk odors and stains not coming up. Without a good scrubbing, you are not properly lathering up the fibers to make sure they are ready for the rinse and extraction from the steam wand. Once the stairs are sprayed, scrubbed, and ready for the steam wand, we want to give the cleaning agent a second to really penetrate deep into the fibers before we move forward. This is the perfect moment for us to scrub and clean the downstairs carpet, which includes the massive living area and guest room with adjoining carpeted hallway. The living room was its own beast to handle. We didn't just scrub the floors once or twice. We had to go over this area with the scrubber 4 times before we saw the results we wanted. Every time we scrubbed, we made sure to be careful not to oversaturate the floors with soaps, and we did as many passes of the steam wand as we could. Second only to the kitchen, many consider the living room to be the heart of the home. It is where children play and watch TV, where parents rest after a long day of work, where pets find comfort, and where guests get the first impression of your home. It is very important to us as service providers to make sure we bring value to the homes we service. And part of that biggest value comes from the first impression you get as you walk into a home for the first time. Some teams take the shortcuts needed to save both time and money. Less soap, less scrubbing, more steaming, and quicker paydays with minimal effort. We take pride in making your home feel like more than just a home. We want to see your cherished space transform into a sanctuary. The closer we get to the finish line at this home, the more apparent this crazy transformation becomes. Dark hallways become bright, stubborn stains vanish before your eyes. The wrinkles in the home flatten, and the loose seams of the carpet meet up to the tile like it was always there. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see the true power of deep cleaning, stay tuned for part 3, where we steam clean and sanitize the rest of this home. Thanks for watching.